This is a wonderful country and well worth seeing, a sinful one much needing the gospel. I shall stay about Auckland for some while yet. I have had much blessing here.
These are the words of Thomas Spurgeon, the son of the great British preacher, Charles Spurgeon. He had come to New Zealand only a few months before, and just a few short months later he would be formally appointed the pastor of the Auckland Baptist Church. His success was immediate.
Last Sunday week, we had an overflowing congregation at the choral hall. Every chair about the building was placed down the aisles and occupied. Doubtless the Lord placed me here, and I must tarry till he moves me.
Clearly they needed a new space, one modelled on the spectacular building that housed his father's congregation in London. Raising the funds and overseeing the design, the Auckland Baptist Tabernacle was completed in 1885. As one of the Auckland newspapers puts it, it is a credit to the denomination to which it belongs, an ornament to the city, and an enduring monument to the self-devotion and energy of the gifted young preacher who initiated the enterprise and has carried it out to successful fruition. In February 1888, Thomas married Lila Rutherford of Dunedin, and on Christmas Day of the same year, a little daughter was born.
Our little one rejoices in the name of Daisy, her full title being Marguerite May. She is, I rejoice to add, very well, and of course superlatively lovely in her parents' eyes.
Their joy was to be short-lived. Daisy became ill and died in March, aged 3 months. Thomas wrote of it later, offering comfort to others.
Have some of my readers lost their little ones? Then hear me, for I too have walked that Via Dolorosa. She had been sick a little while, and none could tell how it might end. The truth of it leapt from the wall. A certain well-loved text hung in my study. Suffer the little children to come unto me. Soon after that, my firstborn was with the angels. I own no foot of land, save a little plot in an Auckland cemetery, and there, beneath a drooping acacia, is a little shell-strewn mound and a simple stone with this inscription: Daisy Spurgeon, aged 3 months. Even so, Father.
The Reverend Bruce Patrick served as pastor of Spurgeon's Baptist Tabernacle from 1993 to 2009. Owing largely to his initiative and concern, Purewa Cemetery is now restoring Daisy's grave so that Thomas's little plot of land will again be a fitting memorial for little Daisy and a reminder of her parents' legacy here.
I have been in ministry, in Baptist ministry, for my life's work. I was called to the Tabernacle in 1990, started in 1993, and we had 16 years in the ministry here. When Thomas Spurgeon was called in 1881, the church quickly expanded, and they met in a building which is now a university building in Simon Street, the Choral Hall it's called. And they bought a property right here on the corner of Queen Street and Happy Road, about an acre of land. And they designed this building to fit on that site. Initially it was going to face Happy Road, but at the last minute they turned it sideways and it faced into Queen Street. So they built this building, and it's a legend really now that he said, "I won't preach in this new building until it's debt-free." And someone paid the last, whatever it was, hundreds of pounds at the last moment, and so he preached on the day of the opening. And the building quickly filled up morning and evening. and he had a very successful ministry. So I discovered that Tom and Lila Spurgeon, who'd married in 1888, had their first child, a daughter, actually about 9 months later, and she lived for 3 months and died. In 1889, Purewa Cemetery was opened, and she was number 22. So she was there in the very earliest days of the cemetery. And Tom and Lila were grief-stricken, particularly Lila. She was very depressed and upset over the death of this baby, Daisy. So I've tried to imagine the scene at Purewa when Daisy was buried there on that grave. So I went and looked for that grave while I was in ministry here and found that it was dilapidated and needing to be restored. So what is it now? It's about 20 years ago or longer. I've been keen to see it done. It's interesting. I was reading something this morning that I had written back after my wife died in 2014, and I was in Purewa for the burial of her ashes, and probably in an emotional state anyway, but I remember going to Daisy's grave and shedding some tears over that. And I think in a way entering into their sorrow, the sorrow of Tom and Lila. On the gravestone, the few words that he had written there were, "Even so, Father." And that verse goes on to say, "For such was your gracious will."
I own no foot of land, save a little shell-strewn mound and a simple stone. Did we do wrong to grieve? Is weeping sin? Nay, nay, for Jesus wept. But we did not sorrow as those without hope. We did not refuse to be comforted.
So it's quite an amazing story, and it's wonderful to have this grave restored to its condition now for future people to come and look and honour the name of Spurgeon and the contribution they made as a family to the work of the Kingdom of God.
My sorrowing friend, write "Even so, Father" on your gravestones. Your little ones are gone before. Do not push away the pierced hand that holds the kerchief of consolation to your streaming eyes. I pray you, refuse not to be comforted. And if your tear-dimmed eyes prevent you coming to the Comforter, he will come to you if you will call to him.